Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new, my username is Pagan Beauty and I play Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel. And I have been playing for a while since it was in beta, and I've been a premium player since they started the premium payments. And so I am not an elitist. I am in no way the best player in the game. And for as long as I've been playing, quite honestly, I should be much further than I am. But what I'm currently trying to do is I'm trying to get to where I can run veteran level dungeons. And in order to do those, I have to kind of memorize all of the regular dungeons and how they, the schematics for them, so that I can know what to do in the veteran level dungeons, which of course are still a little bit different because of the difficulty level of it, but I know that this is one of the best ways to get to where I can be at least halfway decent and get into the veteran level dungeons. So as you can see, I'm in the pledge area, and I do believe you have to be level 50 in order to do this. I'm not quite sure. I was already veteran level by the time they introduced it, so you'll walk up to your pledge master, and I've already completed one, so I'm going to turn it in, get my reward. You can use these transmutations geodes at the holiday vendors, and you can buy armor and furniture and all kinds of stuff with them. I honestly have 5 million of them. The reason I'm doing this is for these keys right here. I need the level set, or the set armor that you get from one of these chests, and I need to get a whole bunch of these keys because it's a random drop on whether or not you get it or not. So getting, oh, my inventory is full. Going to my dude and bring him over here because you cannot see anybody. Throw a whole bunch of stuff. I just ran a couple of dungeons, so what I do is I just throw all of my stuff into my bags. I have my Master Crafter is my regular character, which is a mage. I'm playing on my healer today solely because I want to get into the dungeons fast. That's all it is. So we're going to turn in this and then get a new pledge. So today we'll have Crypt of Hearts. And if I wanted to buy from him, these are the chests. But since I'm looking for pieces to go for my mage and my healer, and my healer is a surge healer, so she is half lightning mage, I'm looking for this one. I think it's Urlog Mystery Coffer, and it's a very small percentage chance of me getting the piece that I need. I do believe it's shoulders. And I could get it right now, but I'm going to wait for a little while and buy a whole bunch at once. So now we're going to go ahead and queue up for a dungeon. Now I want to go for a specific dungeon. We're going to do, we'll do Depths of Malatar. And so because I'm a healer, that gives me the opportunity to run as a specific dungeon. I almost always play on DPS characters because I don't like the level of responsibility that comes from being a tank or a healer. But I started this character solely so that I could do this. And it's not bad. I queue real fast, which makes me very, very happy from all of the time that I had to wait before. Alright, so it's time to go in. And just in case you're new to running dungeons, these are group dungeons. They show up as a vault-looking icon on your map. In the very beginning, they didn't have a dungeon finder, or a group finder more specifically, and so you just had to beg people to go into the dungeons with you. Luckily, they have a pretty good group finder now, and some okay leveled people. And so we're going to go ahead and wait for my tank to get ready to go. Oh, looky, a quest. So even if you've played these through, if you have a pledge, then you'll have another quest here, or one waiting for you back whenever you get there. And I'm sorry if you wanted to hear the playthrough of that. I find it disrespectful in a dungeon to listen to playthrough, solely because my team is probably not going to wait for me. Specifically if you're a DPS, but even as a healer, if they don't wait for me and then they move ahead and they all die, nobody's going to be happy with me. So, and like I said, my character is not spec'd out perfectly. Her attacks are not perfect. I'm in no way an elitist. I wish I was. I just don't have time for it. But I do very much enjoy playing, and I can hold my own, even if it's not perfect. For those of you that are not, you haven't been playing for a long time, whenever you run these dungeons, make sure that you always look out for chests and these bags. Because if you're a collector like I am, you want to grab the ingredients or the materials that are going to be in these bags, and they're always going to be something a little bit special. Same thing with urns. I do the books too because I have not played this character through on my quest line. She's solely for dungeon running. And so you get every once in a while a random skill point or something like that from the books. And I collect food just because I'm a hoarder. So this guy's going to disappear and jump around the room. Of course, he has an acid. Oh, and those little sparks, if you saw that, if you start blocking as soon as you see those, it won't do 1/10 of the damage to you. Oh, I lost somebody. It always bothers me whenever I can't find somebody. So we have to find them. I do believe that if the darkness gets too much, something bad will happen, but I don't think it's ever happened. Oh, found him. So this one's not too hard to get to as long as you can stay out of the red. Like I said, whenever you start seeing the little circle around you, don't die, little buddy, don't die, little buddy. Got distracted and didn't do my block. I can't see the other little buddy. There we go. Stay close to your healer. If you're not close to them, they can't heal you as well. Not saying that these people aren't staying close to me, just that general rule of thumb, stay close to your healer. Are we sure we're going through this door? Always make sure that you have food. I'm overeating right now. But sometimes it can add you just that little bit of boost. I hope we're not glitched. Oh, there we go. Yay, celebrations. I always have the worst habit of switching over into my lightning point and then getting distracted and forgetting that I'm supposed to be a healer. I've been a DPS for just so long that it's so hard for me to stand back. So if you've ever played general dungeon rules, each space has their own place. So the healer is just constantly moving around, trying to get into the best space that they can to heal. Best would be a straight line view of all players. And then the DPS, long range, is going to stand back by the healer usually to protect them. And how did he just die instantly? Where did he go? Did we lose him? Oh, he's offline. Well, my two tanks, or my two DPS, are apparently going to drag me through a boss fight. We'll see how well this goes. I don't know if I can keep you dudes alive. I'm sorry. I really am. Or better said, I don't know if you guys can keep me alive. Let's see. We really should have queued for a new tank before we did this, buddies. I mean, you never know. But this is not the boss. This is just the trash before the boss. So I'm a little bit worried about that. Oh, look, he joined us again. It's one thing every once in a while. You'll have a little bit of lag, and it'll show that the player goes offline. But what's really happening is they're having to refresh their screen. So never just boot somebody just because they went offline. By the time that you have to do a to agree to recall for somebody, I can't remember the exact word for it, but by the time the entire group agrees to do that, then the player has enough time to get back. Oh, this is going to be pretty. It's one thing I love about ESO. Their games, it's just so beautiful. Whenever you're playing, you should have at least 3 attacks, and then an effect, and a like a helper for you. And I go online to do my attacks. So there are tons of websites that will help you with guides on what the attacks do. They stay pretty updated. And so if you want to get to where you're doing veteran level dungeons and such, I would suggest going and reading that on whatever character that you're playing. Because these things can get pretty specific. And I wouldn't know about just the piece that I'm trying to get from that coffer if it wasn't for those websites. But they'll tell you the ones that you do whenever you're working on these level dungeons. So you can do set item armor sets, where you have to go to the location site and do your full piece there, and you have to have researched so many traits and so on. But the thing is at this point, it drops a little bit. At this point, I don't need to do these dungeons anymore. I've done all of these dungeons over and over and over again. I need to do veteran level dungeons. But, excuse me, I have an issue where I like to be over-prepared for everything. It took me forever before I would even do these dungeons. Oh, I glitched a little bit. Well, let's catch up with the other people since they went into super speed. There we go. Save the people. There we go. But it took me, I mean, 2 or 3 years before I would run actual dungeons just on their own. I did almost 100% completion on all of the countries. I definitely did the main storyline and all of that before I ever ran a dungeon. And that was solely because I don't take critique well, and I did not want to get kicked out of the dungeon because I did not know what I was doing. And I don't know how many of you have ever played solo player, but I'm a solo player all the way through. So I don't get to see the other people and how they play unless you run dungeons. And so whenever I started running dungeons, I was, first of all, a little bit surprised because of, oh, sorry, long nails will do that to you. But I was a little bit surprised that, number one, not nearly as many people were freaked out about specifics as I thought. That is veteran level dungeons, and even sometimes you can get cool groups in veteran level dungeons that won't tear you apart just because you don't know how to play it. But I will say, whenever you find elitists, that's going to be the place where you find them. That and maybe PvP areas, which is something that I'd like to get into as well. I played World of Warcraft, and I played PvP there, but only with my guild, with my group. I'm so, I don't know, I'm the completionist level of gamer. And I'm thinking about going ahead and starting a new character and doing videos on a complete walkthrough of that character. But really, I kind of want to wait until they bring out an expansion and release a new character to do that. I should have done it with a necromancer, but I'm just now getting brave enough to post these videos as it is. Wasn't it? Was it? Had a dun-dun sound, but any glowy books are readable. Is that it? Oh, I was about to say. Every once in a while, you will get a super quick dungeon. Generally not the pledges, though. The pledges are generally a little bit longer. I've always counted about 3 levels of them. For group dungeons and stuff, I found healing to be a lot less strenuous than I thought it would be. Now, don't get me wrong, things are different from whenever I first started playing this, when they first brought out the dungeon finder or the group finder. When they first started doing pledges, it was a lot more complicated before. Oh, I just wasted my ultimate. It's one thing that I like the ultimates, that you actually have to push yes or place it. My other alternate is, and I don't know why it's not showing my attack thing, but my other alternate is the lightning monster. Okay, we'll go ahead. I think I can do it. Oh, there he is. Is that him? No, I can't. Sorry, you'll have to excuse me. From my line of vision, my bottom part of my screen is not showing because of the recording program that I've got. And I think I've just not sized it right, but I will work on that. This is my first video, so kind of just going with it. Honestly, I have no idea why I was more afraid to do this video than I was to do my subscription unboxing videos or beauty videos. I know more about this than I do any of that stuff. I've only recently gotten into the unboxing stuff. But like I said, I've been playing ESO for 6 years. And I enjoy it tremendously. I've had multiple people ask me why I don't get tired of it. But, oh no, don't glitch. Come back. Yay, super speed. But it seems like every time I get close to where I might run out of stuff to do, they add in an expansion. and they give me more stuff to do, even whenever half that stuff is PvP stuff, which I have not gotten into yet in all this time. I played PvP once whenever they first opened up Cyrodiil, and I got killed so horribly that it scared me off from doing it again. Someday I'll go back in, probably whenever I get into more like level guilds. And I'm in a couple of guilds right now that are pretty active. It's me that's not active. I work full time and I'm a mother, and so I don't have a lot of time to be available when the guild needs me. And one thing about a guild, if you want to do a guild, you need to be active. I mean, if the people aren't active, then the guild just falls apart, and other members will see it and not want to be active solely because they don't see anybody else doing it, so it's not worth it. Get together for a 25-person or 20-person raid and only 5 people show up. I've seen it happen. So on these kind of fights, of course, stay out of stupid, but you'll always see these orbs pop up off to the side, and 9 times out of 10, you need to destroy the orbs. And there's only been a couple of times where I've seen destroying something makes the enemy more powerful. But trust and believe, the other people in your group will tell you if you're not supposed to destroy something. And see, this is the reason that I'm doing this video, is because I've done these dungeons so many times, but it's hard for me to remember what's what. And so I figure if I record them, label them, post them on YouTube, and then I can go back through and I can watch them again. And just for personal need, even if nobody else watches these at all, don't lag. Everybody super speed. Now. There we go. Don't die. Stay with us. There we go. The thing is I don't think that we're really supposed to be attacking the little lag people. I'm almost positive that if we just destroy this orb, and these orbs over here, oh, hit by stupid, that the orb will that everything will die. Stay alive over there while I try to do this. Now, I will say DPS should be destroying these orbs. But oh no, I lost somebody. Where'd he go? So you bring him back. Oh no, you stay alive, you stay alive, you stay alive. Like I said, it's super hard to heal people if they're on the other side of structures and you can't see them. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. No. No. Why can't I move? This is not fair. Not fair. I almost got hurt a little bit. Alright. This is going to annoy me. There we go, there we go. Now, let's keep the people that we can alive. And kind of distract these people a little bit. And just, oh, come on now. You can do it. Bring him back. You can handle hits better than I can. I don't even see the other dude. Come on, bring him back. Oh. I will say the more you move around, the more magicka and stamina you will build back up. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh no, no, no. No. Yay, I got out. Woo! That was scary. I'm just far too squishy for all that. But on the plus side, we're all back to good now. Alright, knock those people back down to a reasonable amount of numbers. Now everybody get that orb. I do wish that I had the group chat, like that ESO automatically put in a thing where you could, at the beginning of the dungeon, agree to join group chat together, and that it was just an option that they all gave us, that if you had a mic that you could automatically set up into it, that would be beautiful. Because most people that play on here are too lazy to have Discord open. Look how pretty that is. I have Discord, but I'm too lazy to have it open. Alright, so we're waiting. Still got quite a bit to go. That was definitely interesting. I like to be able to explain what the stuff I do does. I know that that big orb that I bubble up, it gives a couple of bonuses. How did that dude die again? Nobody else is dead. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Anyway, I know that that bubble, it boosts the effects that my people have, and it stuns the enemies for a little while. Also, all of these little jars and stuff have stuff in it, but I don't have time to do it right now. At the end of the dungeon, if you can get somebody to not log out of the dungeon, you can run back through the dungeon and pick everything up. Because a lot of people will not wait, and you do not want to get left behind if they decide to skip a oh goodness, don't do that. But if they decide to skip a couple of enemies and you don't notice it, you're going to have a really hard time getting through there. Oh, no! How? Oh, goodness. If I'd stay on the right thing. Come on. I didn't want to use my ultimate because I knew that they were almost done. Yeah, sometimes it's better not to have the vocals because just the amount of cussing. I wouldn't be able, I don't know if I'd be able to do a video if I had everybody else's vocals on. No, I love doing raids and any kind of group activities. I just wish I had more time to coordinate with other players online in order to do it. Alright. I think I'm going to switch over, use this guy, Acrobat, and then straight switch back. I love it whenever they are all just sitting there together. Makes it so much easier. Look at us just spanking this boss. Woohoo! Very nice, very nice. Oh, get a chest for that. Not bad. I have multiple characters, so a lot of the the weapons and armor and stuff like that are account bound. You can generally trade them to the other people in the dungeon for like an hour after the dungeon's over. But after that, I don't think you can sell them. I do believe you can break them down, and sometimes the materials are worth it. Because, goodness, some of the upgrading materials and such, that sells for a lot. And it doesn't matter where the market is. People always need mats. Definitely the stuff that you can only get in dungeons, because a lot of people don't have time to run all these dungeons. I want one of these for my house. I have a couple of things like it. I might do another video of just walking through my house, just because I'm so proud of it. I am an eclectic soul whenever it comes to these kind of games. I am a hoarder of everything. I collect everything that I come across, and then I just hold on to it, and I don't let it go. The reason that I have premium play is solely for the ingredients bag, because it got to a point where I was just spending thousands of dollars in gold, not like my own money, but just actual gold in game to buy bank space, and I still didn't have enough for all of the materials that I was picking up. And so I was so happy whenever they came out with the premium ingredients bag. And it just made but I still fill up, like I'm constantly filling up my bank because of all the armor and stuff I put in there to be broken up. And my character's bags, I always need more because, see, I always think that this guy's pretty. He's so glowy and aura-ish. I hate being stunned. Oh crap. Where's my shield? Where's my shield? There should be a shield somewhere. Oh, we gotta kill him, that's what it is. There we go. So see how that glowy wall, it will kill you. Even with a healing going on right away, it will kill you. Ooh. Oh yeah, I knew this one was a pretty one. We've already got him pretty far down. Yeah, go ahead, hit us with some lighting. It's fine. Beautiful. So before we get logged out, look how gorgeous all this is. The in-game screens are always the prettiest. Go ahead and get my loot. It's got my achievements. Oh, that's cool. So that was an archaeology thing that popped up at the top of my things that I can scry. Super excited about that. I'm just now starting to do archaeology, so I wonder if I have to come through here to complete my quest. Sometimes it needs it. But yeah, super excited about archaeology. I really should have already put more time into it, but to be perfectly honest, I got a little bit distracted by No Man's Sky and Minecraft and Sims 4, and so I put it off a little bit, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm fully back in the ESO for now. I always take a break about 2 or 3 months after really hardcore playing. So, alright, got a skill point.
Let's get out of here, Mom.
And now we're going to go ahead and looks like we need to leave the group. Let's do a good game for the group, not for zone. There we go. And go ahead and head out. Leave group. Alright, well, thank you for joining for my very first video. Like I said, that was, I don't even remember what dungeon it was now. Let's see. Alright, so that was Depths of Malatar, and that was just on regular dungeon mode. And oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It really helps me further my channel, and shows me that more people than I would think would be into my videos. So I hope you enjoyed this run through of the dungeon, and I look forward to seeing you for the next one.